Hello, hello, hello. Oh, good afternoon, beautiful people, wherever you are. Thank you for listening. Listen, let me just start off like this. We had a good live yesterday. I couldn't resist to come back and present myself again. So let's do it. Today is Wednesday. It is a beautiful day in the Bronx, New York. And I said, let me come live because I don't know. I didn't even check my views. I'm not going to lie. The feedback that I got was definitely great. The reception that I received yesterday in the chat was great. Hey, Brittany. Oh, Brittany. I'm glad Brittany's in this thing. Listen, Brittany, I got phone calls yesterday and people were telling me, like, your chat was popping because I saw you in the chat. I couldn't get to the chat to read all the comments, but from what I heard, it was like, yo, the people in your chat had your back, and I would just like to thank everyone for just handling the chat while I was doing the show. That means a lot to me as a host and as the people that listen to my show, Brittany included. Hey, Doris. So thank you, Brittany. I appreciate your support. Um, this live may be a little bit different, but as usual, as we come together, we make it work. Hey, Doris, how are you? Hi, Tasha. I hope you're not talking about no, no, Brittany. You quiet and cute. I've listened to your lives. I see your daughter and everything. And you know what the thing is, because you do come in here, Fee come in here, and other people come in here and show me support. I'm gonna start showing you guys the same support. I just sometimes don't want people to be like, oh, well, they teaming up. No, I can show my support, and I'm going to start doing that. So I appreciate you, Brittany, and you do show support for Fee and anyone else that you rock for. So you do rock. Thank you, Brittany. Hey, Chocolate. It has been a long time. Um, quiet and cute. I like that. You are quiet and cute because I watch your lives, and I think you are very I don't know. You a savage beast too. I was like, damn, Brittany, she ain't no joke. But everybody have they savage, but everybody's not a savage beast. Like you a savage beast, Fee a savage beast. Um, Many other people are savage beasts. You stand out, Glam is a savage beast. And when I say that, I just say that, we know how to penetrate the heart. So it feels good to have people like Brittany and Fee and Love Creasy Convos just come support and everyone else in the chat. So I appreciate you just for warming me up already. You warm me up already, Brittany. We ain't even get to the. Oh gosh, I'm going to get fucking demonetized. Brittany should have never warmed me up so soon. Oh gosh. Okay, wait, let me really say hello to the beautiful people. Hey Cassandra. Brittany said cute, quiet, and cute. I like that. You're right, it's true. Hey Dimples J. Hey Bronx. I finally caught you live. I'm glad you're back. I sure did miss you. Thank you, Dimples J. I appreciate you missing me. I miss you too. Susan Thomas. Hi Susan. All right, I'm gonna stop reading y'all last names. If I don't have to do that, I'll just whoever see it, they see it. But I'm not gonna out y'all no more. From here on, I'm not gonna call out your names. It's just a habit. So I'll be a little bit mindful. China, good afternoon, Bronx and family. Sending in love from Cambridge, Massachusetts. Now I'm going back to the bushes. The bushes are safe. The bushes are for the ones that are above me. The bushes are for the ones that have a different insight and perspective, and they're probably in their head writing it down like, no, Bronx, you're wrong. Those are not facts. And they just respectfully not push back on me. But the ones in the chat, they do push back and let me know. But we all are in this together. So listen, I was live yesterday. I had checked some of my comments. I think I burnt a lot of people's souls because I called chopping up with Roz Gat ugly. And I said I was doing some research. So one of my like somebody I know that I admire their opinion and go on what they say. She said, "Listen." She started laughing. She said, I guess my gat, my burner, my heater is dusty." So I was like, "So those are ugly. Gats are ugly because I've seen some pretty ones." And I meant what I said, that it was ugly. It looked cheap, and some people pay a lot of money for it, even though the guns serve the same purpose. It's just I felt like the way she was waving it, holding it, positioning it. It was ugly. It looked cheap. And then my brave hearts was in the chat giving me information. It was like, yo, if it jams up, then she's fucked. If she pulled it out her bag. It looked too heavy. So I know I wasn't saying anything wrong, but I just wanted to be on the correct page. Okay. Coco Love is in the building. Hi, Coco Love. Hey, Bronx. Long time. Glad you back. Hey, Geraldine. You know, we Leos, yes, on the same day. Really? You and Fee's birthday on the same day? Okay, Geraldine. Thank you. We Leos are like, I don't know, we're evil in a good way. Thank you, Doris, for welcome in the chat. Hit the like button as you come in or when you go out. And if you deserve, excuse me, if you like the live, then you hit the like button. So I just wanted to sum up like yesterday. I meant everything I said about yesterday about the ugly gat block burner heater that Roz was holding. It was ugly. I just didn't find it appealing. Yes, it serves the same purpose. One person was like my comments, she was like, "Oh well, the bullet is not ugly." Well, that's true, and we know that chopping up with Roz don't have the strength or heart to pull a gun. I mean, pull a trigger. It's just not in her. She may think she have that, you know, braveness and courage to do it. Maybe if she's really scared, she would, but she'll be so nervous and shit. She'll drop it, the shit will go off, and it'll be a disaster. Okay, so hey Tina, how are you? How you doing? So listen, we'll move on from uh chopping up with Roz and her ugly ass burner until she do something stupid. We'll come back to her because a lot of people don't understand that my platform is neutral, and I mean that in every sense of the word. Like I'm not going to sit here and go in on somebody that I don't have to go in on. Like I'm not going to go in on Brittany. She never gave me a reason to go in on Brittany. I'm not going to go in on Glam to Glam. She never gave me a reason to go in on her. Like it doesn't like really matter to me if someone like drag my name, that's okay, but I'm not going to go in on someone as a personal drag. No, I'm just going to go in because I'm giving a reaction. I'm not going to go in on no one that I don't think deserve it. So, and I don't turn on people like that, just to be clear. So people was like, you know, I thought you was supporting Roz. I did at one point in time, but when you drop people like you do at the length that you drop them and how you rapid you are when you drop them, I can't hold you down. And Fee probably was a little bit personal for me than anything else. So respectfully, if Fee don't talk about chopping it up, Ross, because now she's in a different sector. Now she have to deal with that bullshit. Now she have to plow through that bullshit. She on her own. Who's gonna stand up for her? Absolutely nobody. Okay, we have a contestant. Damaged Goods is in the building. She said Roz gave you a reason to go in on her. You think I went in on Roz? Oh my goodness, that's a compliment. Don't tell me. Listen, either I dragged her or I went in on her. Which one is it, Damaged Goods? Okay. Oh, you did? Okay, China. Thank you. Hey, Sheila. Thank you, China. I'll get back to you, China. Okay. I honor your request. Damaged Goods. Listen, I do commentary. Damaged Goods. I do reactions. If you want to talk about Roswell short length of time, we can because that's what you want. You know you just asking. So what where do you come from? Do you come from Rod's side or you just a neutral observer? Or you just listening? Like you don't have to give me a reason to go in on you, but if you are like hateful, because I used to be, I said I supported Roz. Let me tell y'all the backstory before we get into the next topic. I like Roz when I first came out and came to this sector, so to speak. She supported me. She was nice and she was cool and I didn't hold no grudges against her. She came on my platform. She pushed my platform in a way where I got views. That was my previous page. I had a page before this. Oh, you be everywhere. Okay, so I'll sum it up. No, I didn't go in on her. She didn't give me a reason to, but she gave me content to react to. I wasn't going in on her as like it was personal. It's just that she's kind of hateful, right? Like after she dropped Fee publicly, Kissed by the Sun publicly, Angel Mom publicly, and these are the three people that I've known that have supported her genuinely and sincerely, and it just took a turn for the worse. I was just giving reaction, and plus, Roz did see Day Day daughter. was talking about me. When I got that call, it was like, oh my goodness, she is dragging you. I was like, oh shit, she is? For what? And that was the end of that. You know, sometimes you just need to tell your kids to shut the fuck up. Oh no, Dimple J. All right, this is Damaged Goods. Can you see Damaged Goods? That's her right there. And Dimple J. Where's Dimple J? I'll do this for you and then we'll come back. I don't want to, I'll put this one up there. There go Dimples J. Right? So do you see them? Because I don't have them blocked. Maybe you, they, well, we know they're not blocked. Sorry. I don't know why you don't see them. Do you see them? Bronx. I visit a lot. Okay, well, stay. So if you visit a lot of sectors and you, and you know, neutral. So I hope you subscribe to the channel because that's what we are. We neutral. Like I feel like if you are a part of this live and you are a supporter and a subscriber, then you know my style of commentary, right? I don't have a side, but I will pick a side if I need to. Like if example, Brittany was the first one in here, someone going on Brittany, and I know that Brittany is support of me, and I know that she probably need to tag someone in, and she don't even ask. I'll step in and I'll like reframe it and rephrase it and give my input. That's how my reaction is. Like I wouldn't do that to Roz anymore because she's not nice enough for me, and I don't even like the word nice because I'm not nice. You see them? Wait, yes, I see them. You have. Oh, okay. I think. Oh, okay. Thank you, Ms. Doris. You know what? I'm glad you said that because I do have to get into the habit of highlighting the comments. I will start doing that because sometimes it slipped my mind, but I will. So I'm going to highlight now. Dimples, I think you were very neutral back then and allowed her and her ops to have a respectful conversation in your panel. Well, that was back then. That was back then, right? Should change down because back then Roz would come up to the channel, she would speak and come in and be respectful and cordial, and a lot of people didn't like that. But why you hosting her on your show and why you let her take over your panel? What I fell back from Roz when she outed me, and it wasn't even nothing personal. I just thought that maybe this is what the sectors do. This is what content creators do. Because when you come into this sector, any sector that you go in, when you become a content creator, go live, you're vulnerable, naive to a lot of things. Roz was a little bit seasoned than me. She knew what to do. And Roz played a lot of part in like me losing subscribers, and that's okay because I don't need her to gain subscribers because I can gain them back, regain them back, because I do have a little bit of skills and talent such as she, Roz, right? So if you remember, and I'm gonna close this chapter about Roz, she said she wasn't gonna fuck with me because I was talking to another grown man. She said that publicly, and when she said that publicly, I was watching my subscriber count go down. Right? I want to tell you how authentic and genuine and real Fee is. And I don't want to keep bringing Fee name up because now people are like, oh, you riding off of feedback. Fee got the juice now, right? Whichever way she go, I go. I got her back. I will support her. I'm still neutral 100%. Now, if you want to, compliment the host and appreciate the host, you drop them money and show appreciation. I dropped Roz money before publicly to say thank you just for pushing me along the way, right? She thanked me. She was appreciative. The second time I showed her appreciation, she was like, I don't know about that Bronx girl, sending me money like this. I don't know where it's coming from and what she trying to do or say. Fee got up on a panel and said, no, if she sent you something, she meant it and it was authentic. I didn't even make a big fuss about it. I was just thought that was kind of stupid that she said that and dumb that she would say that in front of a whole bunch of people out me. Like, oh, so you could turn down $1? You could turn down $1, right? You turn down $1 and then you embarrass me or try to embarrass me because I don't get embarrassed at all. I guess it's just me being a psychopath part of it. I don't get embarrassed at all. Only time I ever got embarrassed, I took Zachary to the doctor. He was just so quiet. And the doctor walked in. And as soon as she walked in, he's like, fuck you. I was quiet the whole time. Okay, that's the only time I've been embarrassed. But people trying to embarrass me on this platform, it's not happening. I'm like, nah, let me just step back because these bitches are sick and crazy. I want to be the only sick and crazy bitch amongst the crew. We can't be all sick and crazy. So when she turned down or when she denied me sending her money publicly, you know, in front of people, and she challenged that, I was like, oh no. And things that she have done, I didn't take personally, but this one I took personally with her feet. Point blank, period. Okay. Wait, heck, I can't see Miss Doris either, so one of us has other block. Yeah, I do. He did bring. I was looking for an appointment. I was like, why is he so? Why is he, why is he so quiet? Oh shit! As soon as she walked in the door, he was like, "Fuck you!" I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, I couldn't believe he said that. The doctor didn't even take it personally. I was like, after 5 minutes, I was quiet. I was like, I'm so embarrassed. I don't know where. She said he don't know what he's saying. He don't know what he's doing. But I felt like he planned that shit from the time we woke up that day until the time we got to the doctor. Oh my gosh, I was so embarrassed. I just attributed it to YouTube. And Candace had told me, she was like, listen, you need to be careful of what the kids watch on YouTube, even if you got a YouTube page for YouTube Kids. And Candace, I want to let you know, if you're listening, now he followed the Trench family and Funny Mike. Okay, so she was right. I let him watch the Trench family because it's not that bad, and Funny Mike because it's not that bad because it's children, so it's not that bad. But yeah, that's the only time. Yeah, kids show. They do. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I couldn't believe he said that. Shit, I got home. I was like, oh no, he planned that shit out because he was so quiet. Usually he jumping around, acting like a little monster, ping ponging. And he sat there quietly. And as soon as she entered the room, he cursed her out. So no, I don't get embarrassed. But what Roz did, I wasn't embarrassed. But I just showed that she probably felt a little intimidated or challenged that someone was probably more likable than her. And that's the way I got out of that. And I don't have anything against Roz. It's just that, you haven't put your daughters in check about talking about people's children. And that's not where I want to go with this. But listen, I came up here to talk about the girls' trip. I was trying to find some information, collect some information about this girls' trip. Everybody that went on a girls' trip on YouTube, it ended in disaster, right? Because you know what happens is they plan these trips. They want to be all fabulous. They want to be all how you say it, like better than one another, and it ends in disaster. Proper planning probably do a little bit of uh, I don't know. Y'all wouldn't have the problems that you have. So what I was trying to do was trying to gather information about Mel and Tanya, because it seemed like that trip was actual disaster. And if anybody want to put into the chat or want to come up, I don't know if I could drop the link at all. I don't know. I'll try to see if I could drop the link to see if anybody want to come and value. I value your opinion. Um, and you could just come by and say hello and speak and say what you have to say. But what I'm saying is, and what I heard is that they went on a girls trip in Puerto Rico. Okay, common, right? That's I'm not even going to sit here and doubt or even make fun of or shame these women for the destinations they choose. It's not the destination, it's the people, right? Because you plan the trip, you all on the same page, you're all talking about the same thing, and once, hey lasagna, and once you get there, it's a whole different person. You know what girls trip, and even if you go on a trip with family, people show their true colors. And it's just crazy that now the girls trip turned into an absolutely total disaster. Every person here that have went on a girl trip from YouTube have came back an absolute disaster. Am I lying? Right? So with Mel, I heard her side of the story. The thing that stuck out to me the most was how they isolated her. I'd have been fucking scared. Someone isolate me. I come, I'm by myself, don't know what they're gonna do. I would have felt like they was trying to kill me. I'm sorry. That's how I would have felt if they isolated me. Mean girls erupted. So I don't know the gist of the story because I was trying to find the live with Tanya, and because I'm not scared to say no names. Like all y'all do is yell and scream and just don't get nowhere. And I don't know what point y'all be trying to prove. So it's hard for me to distinguish or even make any sense of the trip, right? So if anyone could drop in the chat a summary, and I'll piggyback off of that. You don't have to outline and just give me a summary, give me something that stood out to you the most, and I piggyback off of that. We break it down over here. So they get up there because it was all about egos with them. They have major egos on that trip. If they didn't realize, Tanya, she felt like, you know, she the mostest, the hostess with the mostest, that she make the most money, that she have the most money, that she's supposed to be admired and adored by her peasants, and they wasn't doing that. At least Mel wasn't. She probably wasn't doing that in the beginning, but she felt like Mel. I'm just making up a story. Y'all don't have to say, you can say Bronx girl, that's not how it happened. What are you talking about? What are you saying? You are delusional. So it seemed like to me that from what I gathered, that Tanya wanted her minions, her peasants to admire and adore her, and glamorize her because it was her special day, right? So Mel probably did it initially. Here we go. Dimples, but it was an odd number, so it would have been weird to do excursions when it required two people. As you can see, they appeared as it appeared to be clicky. So Dimples, thank you. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Dimples is gonna help me out a little. So you, but it was an odd number. Hey Smiley, how you doing? So I'm trying to break it down. So you put this in here. I'm gonna try to break it down. If you want to back me up, you can. If you want to let me think, you can. I'll try to piece it together. But it was an odd number, so it would have been weird to do excursions when it required two people. As you can see, they appeared to be okay. So when you say excursion, help me out, Dimples. You talking about like two people in a car, right? Hey Emma, how you doing? You talking about two people in a car, like one of those trucks that they go and ride in on and sightsee. So it's supposed to be two people in the car. That's where the problem lied. That's where the problem began. Um, Help me out, please, because like, yeah, it was a click. Yes, yes, thank you. Okay, so I see what you're saying. So like when you watch, not in the movies, but just traveling, you know, people do go on excursions, and I know what excursions is. I haven't been on one, but I can only imagine because you said that. So two people was linked up. So how many people went on a trip, if you know? I'm sorry, I don't even have the information because now everyone's like, oh, we don't do interviews, right? But this is the place where you get to interview and your story will be safe. This is the place where you could get your story out and it will be told as you tell it. Okay? It was four people on the trip. So okay, y'all can put in the chat just respectfully. We'll say their names, you know, whatever. I know it was Mel and Tanya, and I believe it was Chase. It was five people. Okay, so it was two people to a car, so one was left out. That's how they isolated her. That's not funny. So four. So okay, so let's piece it together. So it's two cars, two people to a car, and one was left out. And that person that was left out was, should I say allegedly or Mel, right? Allegedly Mel was left out because I'm just going by hearsay because I don't know the gist of the story. I was trying to get it in. Nobody has told it in a clear way. That's why I'm like, yo, whoever want to come up here, when they come up here, not at this time or whenever. I just dropped the link to drop the link. So she felt isolated. Wait, here we go. Okay. Lasagna. I believe Tony got toasted and Mel had to drive. Okay. Okay. And Tanya, wait. Oh, okay. Wait, I'm talking about the trip with Mel and Tanya, the recent trip that they took to Puerto Rico that they going back and forth now. So Lasagna says, I believe, okay, so you meant Tanya. I believe Tanya got toasted and Mel had to drive. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And Tanya was speaking to her reckless. Yes, I heard that one. And apparently Mel went to the airport to leave and did not bring the keys back. That is only the okay. So that makes sense. So Tanya was toasted allegedly and drinking. So Mel drove, and she probably and Tanya probably went into a drunken rage and Mel was probably trying to save her life and said, "Well, I'm not going to give you the keys back because if you drive drunk driving ends in death." So that makes sense. So maybe Mel forgot the keys in her pocket because Tanya was drunk, allegedly. We're so evil. Timo, hi Timo, how you doing? How are you? The girls trip, the recent one with the one that everyone somewhat the chased. I don't know. They said she wasn't there, but Mel and Tanya going back and forth. So I just wanted to know how many girls was on a trip that she felt like she was isolated. She said she was no Chase didn't go. Oh, okay, Chase didn't go. It was five of them. Okay, thank you, Britt. Wait, so Dimple said, I'm saying that they were five people on a trip and they went on excursion that required only two people on that particular excursion. Then one person is going to be left out. That's true. That's true. No, I get that part that, it's five people and you said it's two people to the car, right? The excursion. So how did one get left out? So you saying all four went and it was two to a car. So one had to be naturally left behind. Is that correct, Dimples? Two people to a car on an excursion. It was five people, just hypothetically speaking. So one person would have been left out. So you mean they was teaming up? They had pairs. Oh, okay. So they had this uh pairs. They were in pairs because if it was a pair, it's two to a car. So one had to go. Why one didn't stay behind? Was she was just tagging along? That's so fucked up. Hey, Jean. Okay, it was five of them. Okay, here we go. Thank you. There we go. Tanya, Ambriel, Sheree, Tarek, Kim, and Mel were the five who went on the trip. Okay, so I'm sorry, Chase. I thought Chase was on a trip because Tanya was calling her name out. Why was you calling Chase's name out and she wasn't even a part of the trip? That's how we know that Tanya. I don't know. That's crazy. I thought Chase went on the trip because she was saying tag Chase, like Chase would know what was going on the trip. That's what confused me. Thank you. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna break it down because we break it down. We cut through the freaking sugarcoat. We don't sugarcoat over here. We grown ass women over here. We know how to talk professionally, and I love my chat and my audience and my supporters and my subscribers. That's what they here for. To show y'all we don't do it like nobody else. Here we go. We got somewhere. Tanya and Ambria. So let's pair them up. Tanya and Ambria, just hypothetically speaking, is saying that they were in an excursion. Thank you, Dimples. Dimples is well traveled. Oh my gosh. I want all the well traveled people in here to make sure you participate. Okay, just like all the pistol owners was in my chat yesterday. The well traveled people are in here today. So Dimples, you the star of the show. Tanya and Ambria was in one car, right? What is it called? SUV. Let's just call it a Jeep. Saret and Kim. Sorry if I'm messing your name up. Was in another car. So that left Mel on the side by herself. So she couldn't even possibly get into the car if it's only two people allowed. So that's why she felt isolated. Am I right? Or that's not how it happened? Hi, loving me, Tracy, and hi, Miss Tracy. How you doing? How are you? Hi, Original Lou. Thank you for coming by the chat, Original Lou. She's speaking to everyone and saying hello. Hey, Purpose. Tracy, Brittany is saying hello to Tracy. Wait, no. Okay, Dimples. Dimples said I got it wrong. Dimples. All right. So I'm gonna repeat it again because I got your name highlighted on the screen. I'm glad you said I got it wrong. So okay, correct me when I'm wrong. If it was two, it was excursion and two to a car, whatever car it was, right? Two people to a car. It was five people that attended and one got left behind. So two people were each in one car, right? So it was five minus four. Five minus four leaves one. So one person was left to the side. So that's how it went. Oh, I'm wrong about that. Good morning, Bridget. How you doing? They all seem to be having fun in the beginning. It's a girls' trip for Tanya's birthday. They was faking it. That's what they was doing. Okay? That's what they was doing. So if it was, that's what I'm saying. If it was like a girls' trip and it was like an excursion and two people to one car, one is going to get left behind. Why did all five go? Was she was going to stand there and wait till they come back and then go by herself? I don't know. Please help me out. Right. So how did all this drama and debacle happen and this chaos and confusion ensue? Wait, forget the. Oh, okay, okay. She said, forget. Hi, Caddy. 1975 is a good number. Forget the excursions. The problems didn't occur then. Okay. Can someone just sum up to me what the problem is? Like, I heard, I was, shout out to Sweet Tea. I was, okay. I want to shout out Sweet Tea. I was listening to Sweet Tea because she know more than I do. I was listening to her. I was, shout out to you, Sweet Tea. You know, I like Sweet Tea. I don't have nothing against Sweet Tea at all. Right? I just don't. Shout out to you. I was listening to you because I know that you probably know a little bit more than me because I couldn't even get the info from other people. So I heard her panel was saying that it could have been a setup, that Tanya, and I'm just verbatim, not putting words into Sweet Tea mouth, that Tanya had a problem before the girls' trip occurred. So it wasn't about the excursion. I know it's part of the problem. It's not the excursion itself, but they had problems all around the trip. They was all cool and lovey-dovey before the trip. But Tanya, something snapped in her head and said that she didn't want to fuck with Mel. That's stupid. Okay? No, Bronx, it was way deeper than nigga. Okay, wait. Okay. I don't want to get it twisted, y'all. Let me hear. I'm not saying that's why she felt isolated. I'm saying that she could have possibly felt that way. Hell, get Mel in your panel because you're neutral. She may feel comfortable. I'm trying to, yeah, no, you know what got me? Because y'all, if y'all don't know, I'm sensitive, very sensitive. When she said she felt isolated, I just felt scared. Like, what were they doing that she felt isolated? That she had to feel scared because if you feel isolated, they probably were doing the most stupidest, craziest, untrustworthy things. Not even something that's like criminal. But I'm just saying, four against one, and she felt isolated, and they turning on her. No, that's the only thing I ain't gonna lie, I sympathize about that. She said she felt isolated, and then when Dimple said about the excursion, okay, I just wanted to know if that's where she felt isolated at, because I don't want to put words in her mouth. Did she feel isolated, like the beginning of the trip? Because I feel like if Mel come up here and she give us the outline, the planning, the outline of the planning, did everyone pay on time? What was the atmosphere? What was the scene? Walk us through and then we'll break down and poke holes in her story, not to be mean, but to see that we can give feedback. That's all I'm saying. Not to be personal, but it's professional. I'm not personal, I'm professional. Okay, wait, so purpose driven. They was riding in the same car, all five of them. Mel had her own ATV. There you go. Thank you. ATV. And others shared an ATV. And I'm not trying to mess up the summary of y'all stories. I'm just saying if it was an excursion and it was two people and one was left out, I just wanted to know how she felt isolated. I'm drawing my own conclusions. Sorry, y'all. Not y'all, but I'm just piggybacking off what you're saying. So they was riding in the same car, all five of them. Mel had her own ATV, okay, and the others shared the ATV. Got it. The excursion was in a car. It was four wheelers. I don't know. I never been on an excursion before. I want my world travel people in here to help me out, so I could start world traveling without the girls trip. You know, if I want to have a girls trip, we gonna have a girls trip. It might end in disaster, but I would like to know what snapped in Tanya's head for Mel to feel like that. She felt like she was isolated, that she was being like, I don't know, dictated to. Because I have to watch my words. She was being dictated. She was under a dictatorship when she got to the trip. I would have been scared that even just you yelling at me for one moment at a time, even for a length of a second, you're yelling at me for what? I'm not a child. Even if I was your child, this is not the place to be yelling at. No, Bronx, it was way deeper than an excursion. Child. Dimples. Okay, be finished. I wouldn't have like been done that. That's the way I'm just saying. I would. Okay. She just felt left out. What, Mel had her daughter with her? Oh, hell no. So the baby was there, and I'm not saying baby, her daughter. I don't know why I call people children's they babies. Her daughter was there. It was her, and she felt isolated. And Tanya was taking all these twists and turns and going in on this woman like that because Mel probably at the time was a little bit vulnerable, right? She got her daughter there. They going on the trip. They thinking it's going to be more than what it was. But Mel had, I mean, not Mel, but Tanya, it seemed like that you had a change of heart and you changed your mind and your thoughts about Mel before you got on the trip. So what you did was you have misplaced anger and you took your anger out on Mel. Did you see Mel before this? Did you talk to Mel before this? Did you meet Mel before this? Did you know how she was? Did you, because it's not like you was talking to a stranger. I'm not going to say what they did to her was premeditated. That would be horrible for me to say and inaccurate. Okay. Sometimes when you can't get good weed, that would make you feel isolated. You can't get your blood. Yeah, okay. Hi, Ann. How are you? Mm. What? Oh my gosh. Who, me? Okay, listen to this one. Who, me? Thank you for your feedback. Now, how does Sweet Tea know what was in Tanya's head, or are we speaking facts or hypothetical? What Sweet Tea said was, I'm not going to sit here. I'm going to re repeat it verbatim because I'm not going to put words in Sweet Tea mouth. Right? Sweet Tea is an opinion host, just like I am. She has her own opinion. She wasn't speaking, she just said in her opinion. That's what she said, in her opinion. I'm not speaking hypothetically. I'm speaking in my opinion. And I guess I'm doing a little bit tricky things because I was listening to Sweet Tea because I couldn't find the live to hear what was going on. Sweet Tea is the closest one to the only one that broke down alive, right? Um, she said that, and she didn't say about herself because I don't want to put words in Sweet Tea mouth or misconstrued her words at all. We're all about facts over here and our opinions. She said it sounded like a setup. It's a, that's the word that stood out. A setup, right? Maybe Sweet Tea was just being a little provocative with the setup. I don't think it could have been a setup. What was to gain from setting Mel up if she had her daughter with her? That would be fucked up, right? So why did Mel feel isolated? And it wasn't because of the excursion. And people were saying in the chat that it was way deeper than that. I believe it was way deeper than that. Not an excursion, but it's like a little cattiness, banter, like anger, resentment, and that was in that trip. And it was there before they even took off on the airplane. I don't know if they met up in one place. I don't know. Sweet Tea said most of them, I don't know, Sweet Tea, please forgive me if I put words in your mouth. I'm not trying to do that. That most of them was sharing rooms. Sweet Tea, you know, she have her input and we have different style of commentary and different style of just putting our input in. You know, I heard her talking about Tanya and how she was, you know, that's why I said that Tanya wanted to be adored and admired for her birthday just by Sweet Tea opinion alone. I was just cleaning it up a little, right? We have different styles of commentary. It's not that far off, but I just am a little bit probably nicer when I say adored and admired. So Sweet Tea was like, you wanted them to sit there and cater to you because it was your birthday. So it's no different from me saying that she was being wanted to be adored and admired, right? So it's not a hypothetical. It's just an opinion, and I don't think it was a setup. But if the way Sweet Tea presented it, it sounds like it could have been premeditated, but I don't think it was premeditated. But if it was, that's fucked up. That's what I'm saying. That. Wait. I'm sorry, Caddy. There you go. Let me go down to these comments. Please don't kick my ass today, okay? The issue happened after the ATVs. They were all getting along at that time. No, they weren't. But see, that's what I'm saying, Caddy. I'm glad you said that. Thank you. Listen, so we want to know, right? So if Mel, because y'all saying tell Mel don't do no interviews, why not? Why she can't do an interview? Why we can't pull out the things out of her? Because we're not gonna sit there and like, we believe you when you say you felt isolated. I believe you when you said you felt isolated. But I would like you to just bring us and take us through the planning, the arrival, and the plot and the ending. Is that too bad to ask? We're not going to treat you, mistreat you, judge you, or persecute you or ridicule you for your story. You can be interviewed because everyone should have that mentality of bringing money to everyone's platform. I'm not going to charge you. If you want to charge, if you want me to pay you $30, I'll pay you. I'm not going no more than $30 because you have super chats, you have super stickers, you have cash apps, but why you can't help out your own community? If I have to pay you for an interview and you tell me it's $100, I'm like, no, I'd rather listen to um your commentary, listen to your channel, and draw feedback from there. That's the way I do it. But I just wanted to know why people felt like Mel's story doesn't matter or it's not valid. Reach out to Mel because at least you'll get her side of the story, and plus you'll be able to hear from her first. That's what I'm saying. That's all I want to do. She'll have the opportunities because I'm a neutral platform. I don't have anything personal against her or anybody else on this channel. Even if they said something stupid to me or horrible, I don't take that shit personally. I have this platform is about freedom and choice. That's it. That's all. Right? We have a neutral opinion. Everybody in here plays a part. My supporters and subscribers plays a part. I have gun owners in this chat, homeowners in this chat, well-traveled people in this chat, people that have businesses in this chat, something that I'm not all too familiar with. So I wouldn't want to be sinking on a ship alone. Like my chat don't let me sink. That's all I'm saying. Well, they were okay. They was in Puerto Rico, not Mexico, but weed is everywhere. Every island you can find it. That was all right. Somebody said her daughter was there. Her daughter wasn't there. I'm like, that's fucked up if her daughter was there and they was treating her like that. That's my problem, Dimples J. I'm basing I'm basing my commentary off the comments. Please, y'all, listen. Okay, let me stop laughing and shit because y'all are funny in the chat. Y'all try to make me look stupid in front of the world, in front of the people. Listen, if you want to put something down in the chat and you want to share your opinion, just make sure it's a fact. Her daughter wasn't there. It was now y'all making me look stupid. But every time y'all make me look stupid, I have a summary behind it. Thank you, Dimples J. You see what I'm saying? So people like, oh, what the hell is she talking about? She's speaking so confidently. I'm only going based off the comments in the chat. Who me is starting shit. Oh, she is. Oh, see, who me is starting shit. Okay, I thought who me was somebody. Oh, she started shit. She thought I was gonna go in on Sweet Tea. Nah, I would never do that. Ever. So who me, sorry. I'm not gonna even block you because I'm just gonna know who you are and just read over your comment. I'm not starting shit with Sweet Tea. I'm not stupid at all. I listened to Sweet Tea this morning in her panel, right? So I'm basing it off of her. So sorry if you thought I would start shit with Sweet Tea. Okay, child, you definitely putting a serious spin on. I don't know what I'm saying. Like we don't play around. We don't play over here. Okay, okay. Let's get back to business. Wait, who? See, who me? They got your ass cornered. Don't corner who me yet. I think she's here to redeem herself. She said Mel's daughter wasn't there. The problem happened a week before the trip. Okay, when Tanya gave Mel feedback about her daughter as a friend. And Mel cussed her out on the phone and didn't. And Mel wasn't going to cancel, but was going to cancel. Right. But I'm glad you brought that up. First of all, Mel did what she had to do. Everybody don't want to be lectured and don't want to have advice. I heard Tanya on her platform saying that she was telling Mel some advice or trying to help her out, like she tried to help out Latrice, and that didn't work out. So I guess she thought Mel will reciprocate and receive her advice. She said, Mel said, you do be trying to help me out, but I don't be listening. That's it. That's all. She don't want your advice, Mel. Tanya, you're not a guru. You're not a self-help coach. You're not a life coach. Don't be trying to help people out. That's the worst thing you could do to a grown-ass woman, especially if this woman, Mel, because I know she suffered a loss back then. I didn't send my, heartfelt, deepest apologies because I'm not fake. But it was sad to hear her that, she suffered a loss and she suffered a major setback. That's not something that I would do commentary on or content on. Not, no, not like that, not in that effect. So in Mel's defense, if I was Mel, I would be like curse her out too. Like, I didn't ask you for your advice. Some people don't need advice. They just need someone that can listen and that they can like open up confidently to. That's it. That's all. I think. Oh gosh, here we go, purpose driven. I think all of them nice ladies, and there's just some miscommunication somewhere during the trip. And as far as the key, Mel should have sent the key back to the hotel by now. They would have still been cool. I was sorry. Okay, let me play Mel's alter ego. So Mel was getting yelled at and scolded and shit by a stern ass woman that gives advice to everybody that don't ask, unsolicited advice. And this woman was in a drunk rage, allegedly yelling and screaming at this woman for whatever reason. She was yelling and screaming at this woman. And Mel probably was a little bit compassionate and showed empathy and said, oh no, there's no way that this woman could drive drunk. She is going to hurt herself possibly and hurt someone else. So maybe Mel wasn't so conscious that she had the key in her pocket as to she was doing it deliberately, right? Could that be the case? I know Dimples J said my summaries are serious off of comments alone, but could that be the case? So if you put a comment in the box, I'm going to summarize it, right? I just want it to be truthful. Wait, nosy by nature. That's a good name. I don't think they was thinking about Mel at all, not even to plot anything. I don't think they was plotting. That would be crazy. I don't think they smart enough to plot, because if they was plotting, would they have come back in one piece about anything about? And I think that Mel was mad about because she wasn't getting the attention she wanted. Well, so let's set up a little scenario. Thank you, Dimples, for the scenario word. It's all five of them. They get up there. Everyone's supposed to be in sync, having a good time. The birthday girl is having a good time drinking, and she's enjoying herself, and everyone is sitting there applauding her. We love you, Tanya. You're the best. You have so much money. You funded this trip. You do what you say you're going to do. You give us good advice. We love you. We will have nothing without you. You are our Lord and Savior. Mel wasn't going to do that shit. Okay? She don't worship humans. So Tanya probably felt neglected, and she probably felt rejected by Mel, disadvantages, and that she wasn't praising her in the way that she wanted to be praised and adoring her and kissing her ass. So she had to step out of her birthday character to tell Mel, you get in line, bitch, because if you don't get in line, I'm going to take your head off. That's the way Mel felt. And if people want to say, "Oh, your summaries are crazy," I'm Mel's alter ego. I'm just putting it in a different perspective. That's what someone with narcissistic traits, that somebody's supposed to glorify you, worship you, adore you, admire you, and honor you because of a special date. No, sorry. Okay, I thought it was a hey, pretty in pink. How you doing, Nikki? Thank you for coming by. Oh my gosh. Tanya, you have proved your character again. Tanya was running around the room naked in front of these strangers. Oh my goodness. How could I know they probably was like, oh no, do she think that we're gonna slap on her ass or play with her? Don't put that in the listen. I could say so much about that comment, running around naked. Okay, all having fun, and they all being women. We all women. We all have the same thing. Everybody don't want to see that shit. They could have. Mel probably turned her head. Mel probably was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Cover up. Nobody want to see that shit, right? You look better with clothes on." Wait, Darcy and Keisha, why is asking a real question starting shit? Oh yeah, who me? They say you. They said that you starting shit, but maybe you are serious. Did you say her daughter was there? I'm sorry, I don't want to confuse you with no one else. Okay, that part, if was beef before the trip, so Mel should have made a decision then, either to go, so she didn't waste her money and say F them and enjoy her money and time and then go. Okay, so you know what? Let me ask. Hey, Chrissy Convos, how you doing? I'm sorry I didn't get to you. Let me go down. They are not really strangers, right? They're not strangers. They're not. If they communicate and FaceTime, they're not strangers at all. I'm gonna come back to this comment, nosy by nature. Who me? Because why would you ask Bronx a question about T? Okay, yeah, I see what you're saying. Why didn't you ask her? Apparently you were watching. Oh no, and I had to like at least put her like in the right track of mind. I'm not here to go against Sweet Tea. I heard her commentary. She the only one that I was listening to in depth about what was going on in Trip. You know, Sweet Tea have her theatrics and her drama and how she spin her commentary and her opinion. But I gathered some information. But you know, people was putting in the chat that she had a daughter there, so that's why I said, "Oh hell no, that's horrible to do that to that woman." She had her daughter there. Sweet Tea didn't say it like I'm not going to misconstrue her words. She did say that it sounded like a setup. That's why I said premeditated, but I don't think it was a setup or premeditated. When you get drinks in your system, people do change, and you don't know a person until you go on a trip with them. And I'm pretty sure your well-traveled people can agree with that. You don't really know a person until you travel with them. Um, and so here we go right here. So why would so you saying that Mel should have canceled her trip based on the friction that they had before the trip? Because it was friction before the trip, right? Nosy by nature. Is that what you're saying? Because if that's the case, then yeah, she should have canceled the trip. If she didn't feel comfortable going, she should have never went. If she was only going for Tanya and her and Tanya had a back and forth before the trip, yeah, she should have bowed out gracefully. But she wanted to go and enjoy herself, and she didn't want to hold no grudges, and she didn't want to hold nothing personal. So she probably felt like, okay, well, we did have a little back and forth when we did not get along, but we could probably come together and let bygones be bygones. Okay, so that what you're saying? Tanya, okay. Tanya said she was already done with Mel before the trip, so Tanya probably did have her mind made up to have a good time for her B day and not let Mel ruin. No, nosy by nature, you can't say that. So what you're saying is nosy by nature. I'm not twisting your words, but correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying Tanya had a problem with Mel before then, but Tanya wasn't brave enough to say, listen, I'm not feeling you. I don't like you. I don't want you coming on this trip, point blank, period. Why didn't she tell Mel to stay behind and stay and don't come along? Why would Mel have ruined it for her? It seemed like Mel was letting Tanya enjoy herself. It seemed like Mel was not trying to be the star of the show, like take the back seat. But that wasn't good enough for Tanya. What she wanted Mel to sit there and put her clothes on after she got naked. What she wanted Mel to sit there and pour her some drinks and shit and fix her food and drive her around and fucking tuck her in at night. What she thought she was gonna do? Was that what she came for? The fuck. Okay, thank you, Chris. Hi, Chris. Her daughter wasn't there. It was only four of them. Oh, that's because Bronx was the one who talked about ST, so that's why I asked. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I'm not faulting you, who me. But you did say was it of Sweet Tea's opinion, shout out to Sweet Tea, was her opinion a hypothetical or opinion? I don't think it was hypothetical. I just think it was her opinion. She said, in my opinion, I feel it was a setup. I wouldn't go that far to see it was a setup, but you know, Tanya turned the wheels a little, and that's it. That's how I feel about it. Hi, Sony. Uh, wait, Mel Daughters was not. Thank you, everyone. Mel Daughters was not Tim. Dimple J, you are a troublemaker. Wait, let me go. Let me go. I'm gonna read the chat. Hi, Didi. How are you? Thank you for coming. Thank you, everyone, for letting me know her daughter wasn't there because that changed the game. That changed the game completely. If her daughter was there, I was about to go in on Tanya. You the star of the show. If she would have brought her daughter, and you all right, let me just Mel daughter wasn't there. Thank you everyone for clearing that up. That Mel daughter wasn't there. I appreciate that. Because I wouldn't want to say nothing that's not true. Okay. Wait, oh Lord, if you have heard Tanya Mel's story, you probably should be speaking. Listen, but why y'all be getting mad when I be inserting my opinion to give you a different perspective and insight, right? So Tanya, because to summarize and to build up momentum in this chat, like let me see. Wait, okay, Bronx, bye Bronx. I see you reading their comments and believing that in there. What? I'm on your side, who me? They just said why you started shit. You doing really well in the chat defending yourself, saying you only asked the question about Sweet Tea. You did. You just said Was Sweet Tea saying her opinion? Don't leave. Or was she speaking hypothetically? I'm telling you, I think she was speaking of her opinion, right? Because she said it was a setup. But no, see, Sweet Tea, everyone on this page platform who me, they give their insight, they give their perspective, they give their input, they give their opinion, right? But I like to give facts, so I don't know the gist of the story. I just know that when I heard Mel, she said she felt isolated, so I'm thinking she felt isolated because she was on an excursion. But someone put in the chat, said no, it's not the excursion, it's much deeper than that. So that gives me an insight into, no, it was just, it's not Mel's personal feelings about no excursion. They corrected me. Thank you, person. I forgot who said it. Thank you, person, for saying no, it's much deeper than excursion, right? Because I felt like if it's two people to a ATV and it's four people leaving and one left behind, that's, I would have felt isolated too, but I wouldn't have gone if it was only four people alive. That's all I'm saying. And to piggyback on you, I'm just saying, like, no, we're not gonna try to play each other against each other. That's not my style, who me. So that's why people think you were starting trouble when you brought Sweet Tea up, right? You could bring her name up. I know how to finesse it. I got you. But the people that was the, I don't know what person came in here and said that her daughter was there to make me go crazy. And then Dimple said, no, Bronx, the way you summarizing off these comments is crazy. That's what I'm doing, summarizing off the comments, right? So Mel daughter wasn't there. It was much deeper than excursion. Uh if what I'm hearing by what everybody is saying, I'm not going to say it was a setup. I don't think it, I think it was personal between Tanya and what's her name? Excuse me, Mel. That's all I'm saying, right? Because she said that, I heard, from what I heard when I was like, oh shit, what I heard Mel say out her mouth, I do listen. I listened to her say that Tanya was screaming at her, yelling at her as she was driving. I said this yesterday. I said if I was in the car driving and Tanya was screaming at me like that, whoever was screaming, I would have went off the cliff. We all would have went down. I would have been nervous, shaking, anxious. Why are you yelling and screaming at me like this? I don't deserve this. That was my point. That's the point I was trying to make. That's what I was trying to say. That's all I was saying, right? So Tanya got on her live, right? And she was going, she wasn't even talking about the trip. The only thing she said, because I do listen, don't get it twisted. I just haven't had the full gist of the story. I had tidbits. So what Tanya said on her live, airing out this woman, her personal business, uncalled for, calling Chase, telling her, tag Chase, tag Chase, tag Chase. I'm thinking Chase was on the trip. Why she was telling people to tag Chase. That doesn't seem like fishy to you. So if Sweet Tea said it sounded like a setup, she's well within her rights to say it sounded like a setup. That's all I'm saying. You Tanya was like, oh yeah, and you did take the keys. I didn't know she took the keys, but if she took the keys and Tanya was drunk and she left because she didn't want to take a beating anymore, maybe she didn't do it deliberately, maybe she didn't do it consciously, maybe it wasn't intentional. But nah, it wasn't something for you to like hold against her, right? Tanya, you sitting up there yelling and screaming. You was yelling and screaming, talking about you had just came back from a trip and you came directly to live. You said, I just got off the plane 30 minutes ago and I came directly here and started yelling and screaming at Mel and talking about she was wicked and vindictive and nobody's fuck with her and I try to help you and you can't help nobody that don't want to be helped. So Tanya got her shit too. Okay? I didn't even know y'all put all these comments in. Lasagna did not say the daughter was there. She asked the question that the daughter was there, Caddy. Oh gosh, what did I miss? Oh, Mel had a choice. Seems like Tanya was going regardless to do just what she wanted to do. Mel should have caught the vibe. I didn't even know these comments was down here. I thought the last comment I read was the last comment. Okay, I will catch the replays. Thank you. Hi, Angel Mom. How you doing? I'm gonna end this in a little bit anyway, cause I don't want to. Ron, you are a handful with these interpretations. I'm sorry. I'm trying to work on it better. But this is what they put in the comments. I'm only trying to dissect what they say. Tanya said in her own words, she had beef before the trip. Okay, there we go. Dark skin Keisha, the trip, but she knows how to fake it off and pretend to be your friend for a trip's sake. That's what she said. She lying. Because if she knew how to fake it and make peace amongst women that she don't like, Mel then sure came out the short end of the stick. Okay, there we go. Mel should have canceled because she felt the unsettledness after she cussed her out. Tanya was wrong for going without. Wait, Tanya was wrong for going without telling her how she felt before the trip. Didn't treat her like this was awful. Very awful. Mel and Tanya celebrated Tanya's last birthday in NYC, so they shouldn't be had no issues. I think it was miscommunication. But Tanya has a God complex. That's what she got. Okay. uh Sugar Shack TV. You said Sugar Shack TV's in here. Let me see. Hi, Sugar Shack. I didn't even see you. I'm sorry. All right. Dark Skin Keisha said no. Tanya threatened Mel's daughter the other night on a live. The truth hurts. That's when they go low. Yeah. If I was on a trip, I've and felt some kind of way, I would have left and enjoyed the rest of my trip. That's true. Let me say hi to Sugar Shack. Hi, Sugar Shack. Glenn, some people don't think their shit stink, don't think they should stink and say they and do what they do to a person who wants them beneath them in their mind. Yeah, Tanya think Mel is beneath her, but she showed her. Oh, here we go. Hey, Sugar Shack, how you doing? I'm sorry, I didn't even see all these comments. I'm gonna read some more and then conclude because I don't want to hold everyone too long. Need some clothes that nobody want to see, and naked lady just a hard. They beef. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Nosy by Nation. They beef before the trip, so why would Tanya want Mel to praise her? hmm Mel should have felt the vibe and moved around. It's simple and left without needing nothing out the car to take the key. Listen, if they beef before the trip, right? What she was gonna sit there and taunt her? Tanya, that's what she did. She taunted her. That's what she was doing, taunting her. If they beef, you said they beef before the trip, so why would Tanya want Mel? That's what she wanted. She wanted Mel to apologize to her and get down on her knees and worship her and say, "Sorry, Master, you God, I apologize if I challenged your authority. You did try to help me out. And me as your peasant and as your minion, I didn't want the help, but now I'm here. What do you want me to do? I'll be a servant. I'll be put myself at your feet." Mel wasn't doing that. That's what Tanya thought she was going to do. She was in for a rude fucking awakening. Y'all are so evil in this chat. Why would y'all even let me go to the dark side? Y'all said, "Oh my goodness, Bronx, your fucking commentary is off the hook just by the comments alone." But y'all sharing your opinion, and I'm only here to dissect it. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Let me see if. Oh gosh, let me go. Y'all are evil. Y'all set me up. Y'all set me up to get thrown into the lion's den, into the mouth of a lion. That's what's going to happen. I don't got no beef with Sweet Tea. I don't think anybody was trying to start no beef. I don't even like that word because there is no such thing as beef with me. I'm trying to stop eating beef and shit. I like Sweet Tea. Shout out to Sweet Tea. I listen to your live. I gather from your live. Sweet Tea is just a little bit more harsh than me when summing up. I'm harsh too, but Sweet Tea gave me enough information to say, okay, so this is what happened. Sweet Tea said it sounded like a setup, but now that you said a setup, it could definitely have been a setup since Mel wasn't bowing down to her and doing what she wanted her to do, right? So she probably was quiet the whole time. And while Tanya thinking she's scaring Tanya thinks she's scaring Mel. Mel was probably scaring Tanya how quiet she was. She didn't know the next move. That's all I'm saying. Child, weren't you are too funny? I say you. I want to end the live because y'all have really made me look foolish. I'm sitting here talking about the woman daughter who was there, but that's okay. It was a mistake. It was a minor mistake. That happens. You don't know who coming alive to provoke or whatever. But y'all got me back on track, and that's what it means the most to me. All I'm saying is I don't think. But if you look at from Sweet Tea insight and her perspective and her input and her opinion, not hypothetically, yeah, not hypothetically. Who me? If that was the question, that was you. I don't think it was hypothetical. If it sounded like it probably was a setup if Tanya had preconceived notions about Mel before they started the trip, and after the trip. And in Mel's defense, I don't think she and I'm not defending Mel, you know. I'm just saying that if she took the car keys by mistake because Tanya was drunk and ranting and raging and acting like a drunken monkey, yeah, she saved Tanya's life that night. If she was sitting there stripping and taking off her clothes and expect everyone to rub on her body and give her fucking body massage and Mel didn't take place, yeah, she was being what? I don't know, disobedient. That's why she said that shit. That's what Tanya said. You need to be obedient. So you was mad because Mel didn't give you a body massage when you took off your clothes. What you was mad because Mel didn't feed your ass. What you was mad because Mel didn't sit there and praise you and put and sit down and bow down before you and call you master because it was your birthday. Fuck your birthday. You enjoy your birthday with everybody. You got the money to Tanya. You don't need nobody to praise you. My concern was Mel saying she felt isolated, and that really just put things in a different category because I felt like if she felt isolated, she was the fifth person amongst four other people. That could have been scary. She could have probably came out and turned into a Lifetime movie. Like, do y'all think about shit like that? All right. I'll stop right here, okay? I'm not having none against Tanya, but you do have this God complex and this superiority. You are well educated and you do probably make decent money. And Mel probably, I'm pretty, I don't know. It's not my concern what Mel do, right? In her personal life. I just know that what I heard was absolutely fucking scary. Isolated, mean girls, right? And then you yelling and screaming at her like she a dog or some shit. You outed her information, then you summons Chase to the chat. Chase wasn't even on a trip. That's why I got it confused, and I apologize about that. I thought Chase was on a trip because Tanya was like, tag Chase, tag Chase. I was like, what the fuck? You can't do this on your own. And the come to think about it, Chase wasn't on a trip. So I apologize about that part. And I definitely apologize to you, Mel. They said your daughter was there. So that made me even more angry. So I apologize, and the chat corrected me, as you can see that your daughter wasn't there. So, not a Lifetime movie. You know what I mean? Because I got to clean up my language. A Lifetime movie. But listen, everyone. I'm going to get better with my research and not put words in anybody's mouth. I'm still going to listen to the chat because there's still going to be people in the chat that's going to refute people in the chat that speak not the truth. Okay? So, I'll wait. I'll read this one comment. House. I didn't know that was the most dangerous place, dark skin. Even more reason Mel should have stayed home, especially they wasn't vibing before. Yeah, nope, I ain't going. No more girls trip. No. But you know what? You have to conclude this. You have to know that when you go on trips with anybody, a family member, friends, yeah, it do start out good and then it end in disaster. That's when you get to know people the most. Because I've been on trips with my family, not to know exotic places. And one day we'll do a live and I'll take advice for anyone or recommendations or suggestions. Like, Bronx, you should go here with you and Zachary and your family, and I'll take it because I'm not well traveled and I'm not ashamed to say that. But I hear people's stories about trips, and her life could have been very well ended up in a Lifetime movie if she felt isolated and she felt scared and she felt like she had to brace herself or humble herself because Tanya did say you need to be obedient, and that's what somebody with superior nature say. Because I never told nobody be a fucking obedient. Like, I break the rules. Fuck you and your obedience. I don't humble myself for nobody. And I know y'all probably think I'm evil. I am, and wicked, and ruthless. So with that being said, I would like to say thank you to the chat for everyone coming in, and just thank you for. I'm sorry I didn't get to the comments. Zachary, and I can't go over too much because I wasn't getting paid. It's $1 to be made on YouTube. But I would like to just thank everybody for listening to my insight and my perspective. And we'll come back and we'll rehash this topic. And I want everyone that's well traveled or just have a little bit tidbits to come in and come join me. I'll see you soon. Zachary's out of school tomorrow, so I'll probably come back. I'm trying to do a night live and we take calls. That'll probably be popping and scary for me. But I want y'all to protect me like you always do. So everyone have a good day and enjoy the rest of your week. I'll see you soon. Here, we'll end it off with this. Girls trips are fun. You just have to mess with the people you go with. That's true. But they all, we'll talk about that another time because my mind is a little bit rated R. I'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all. Thank you for joining. Have a good day, everyone.